The following program is presented by Ballinran Entertainment. As Southwestern Ontario's largest film, television, and digital media studio, we illuminate extraordinary stories, sharing them with the world.
And now, of course, the moment that we've all been waiting for.
My jaw was at the floor. I could not believe what I saw.
This is like the story of my life here.
Well, first of all, I don't know how I ended up with the heavy end of this thing.
Now, I am here in a 1959 Corvette.
350,000 folks. This is an exciting moment in Canadian history. We sold it.
Welcome to Auction Studio, where every discovery starts with a tip, a hunch, and often a whole lot of digging. I'm Justin Miller.
And I'm Ethan Miller, and there's one thing that all of our auctions have in common, and that is discovery. Whether it's in a basement, an attic, or hiding in some old drawer, it's incredible how what we bring to market creates stirs among collectors.
Absolutely, and that's the magic of what we do. We're part detectives, but also part treasure hunters.
A lot of what we do is detective work, trying to find the best and the rarest. And when we get that call, everything stops and the opportunity is seized.
That's right, and what we find and how we find it, well, that creates the backstory for each auction.
Now sit back and enjoy as we unveil the next episode of Auction Studio, the best of Miller & Miller Auctions.
Here's a rare one. Talked to a few Canadian Petroliana specialists on this one. Very rare to find here. The Shell Motor Oil Service Station bottle rack. It's an island or curb rack here, but it's a rare one. Marked St. Thomas metal signs on each side, and you're buying also along with it 7 Canadian Shell and 2 American bottles, those tall Art Deco bottles, but a very rare rack here, a Canadian rack from the 1930s, and man, does it look good when you've got the full set of bottles with it. At 1,800 bid, now 19, thank you, 2,000 at 19, then 2,000 now on this rare Canadian oil rack at 19.2, now 22 and a half. St. Thomas metal signs. How many of these survive? The porcelain racks I can understand, given the qualities of porcelain, but a painted metal sign on a rack like this surviving 3,000, 32 and a half bid. Yes, 3,000 on. Never seen one before, and it's a complete example. You can see finding a panel here or there, but not like this. 32 and a half on the rare Canadian Shell rack, now 3,500. 32 and a half bid, the 35 go 37.50. 35, then 37 and a half, at 35, and then 37 and a half. For those that know rarity, this is exactly that. 35 and then 37.50. At 35 and then 37.50, not to mention you're buying 10 tall quarts with it. 3,500 then 37 and a half on the rare Shell Canadian oil rack. Now 37 and a half, go 4,000. It's back to you. At 37.50 then 4,000. Now I've not seen one before, and a lot of my colleagues agreed. 37 and a half and 4,000. 37.50, then 4,000. Now get up at 37 and a half and then 4,000. Try it again at 4, at 37 and a half and then 4,000. Now at 37.50, then 4. Get up at 37.50, then 4 on the rare Canadian Shell oil rack. My hammer's up, then 4,000, 42 and a half. It's right back to you. 7,294. Shouldn't be much to think about because another one's not going to come across the block at 4,000, then 42 and a half. 4,000 bid, then 42. 50 go 4,000, then 42 and a half. Marked St. Thomas metal signs. 4,000. Then 42 and a half. I get up at 4,000, then 42.50. At 4,000, then 42 and a half. Fair warning, then got to run at 4,000, then 42.50 and 4,500. 7103. Try it again at 4,250, then 45. Got up at 42.50, then 4,500 now. At 42.50, then 45. As far as rack rarity goes, this is it. Such a nice rack. 42.50, 4,500, last chance then at 42 and a half and 4,500 now. Fair warning then, anyone else? 45 and then 47.50. 45 is bid, now 47 and a half. At 45 and then 47 and a half, I got a bid 4,500, then 47.50 now, 73.65. Don't stop now. At 45 and then 47.50, go 45 and then 47 and a half. Are we all through and done then, ladies and gentlemen, on the rare Shell oil rack? My hammer's in the air at 45 and then 47.5. Last chance to bid, final call. Anyone else? Hammer's up. Fair warning then. Sold it at 4,500. Well done. Moving along then to lot number 118, the U.S. Oil Company. It's the Cadillac 1-gallon motor oil tin. How much on it? What do you say? $3.25. Yes. Now $3.50, $75. Now at $3.50, then $75. Get a bit $3.50, then $3.75. Cadillac motor oil. $3.50, now $75. At a bit $3.50, then $75 and $400. At $3.75, $400, then $4.25. Get a bit $400 on, then $4.25. Get a bit $400, then $4.25. A rare tin. At $400, then $4.25. Get a bit $4.25 and then $50. At $4.50, then $4.75. Now at $4.50, then $75 and $50, then $75 and $50, then $75 and $50, then $75. I'm at 4.5 and you're in. Yes, $4.50, then $4.75 and $500. At $4.75, $500, then $5.50. $500, then $5.50, go $500, then $5.50, go $500, then $5.50, go $500, then $5.5. 500 is bid and you're on. At 500, then 550, please. 550, 600 now. 6.5. At 600, then 6.5 now. At 600, then 6.5. I got a bid 600, then 650, go 600, then 6.5. Are we all done? At 600, then 6.5. 6.5 now. 700. 700, then 750. 750, then 800. 750, 800, 850. 800, then 850 now. I'm at 800 here, then 850, go 800, then 8.5. 850, then 900. 850, then 900, then 950. 900, then 9.5. I get a bit 900, then 950, go 900, then 950, go 900, then 9.5. Last chance, everybody. 950, then 1,000. At 950, then 1,000, then 1,100. 1,000, then 11, 1,000 here, then 1,100 now. The rare Cadillac 1-gallon motor oil tin. Now 1,100. 1,000 bid, then 11, 11, then 12, 11, then 12, 1,200, please. 1,200, then 13. At 12, and then 1,300. At 12 and then 13, get a bit 12 and then 1,300 now. Get a bit 12 and then 13, get a bit 1,200 and then 1,300 now. 12 and then 13, get a bit 12 and then 13. Are we all done? On the rare Cadillac 1-gallon motor oil tin. Hammers up then at 12, 1,300. Fair warning. Anyone else? At 12 and then 1,300, got to run. Last chance to bid. Fair warning. Any further action? 12, 1,300. Sold it there at 1,200. Well done. Sold it at 1,200. Brings us to lot number 119 from the Canadian Oil Companies. It's an early National Carbonless motor oil gallon tin. The square gallon, nice untouched condition, 4.5. Now 4.75 now. At 4.50, then 4.75. Get a bit 4.50, then 4.75 now. 4.50, then 75, and 50, then 75, and 50, then 75. What an attractive oil tin. At 4.50, then 75, please. 4.50, then 4.75, and then 4.75, and then 4.75 now. At 4.5, and then 75. Get a bit 4.50, then 4.75 now. 500. 4.75, and then 500 now. Get a bit 4.75, and then 5, and 4.75, and then 5 on the square gallon. At 4.75, and then 500, go 500, then 550. 500, then 550, go 500, then 550, 600 now. 550, then 600 now. Gotta love these nice early 1920s gallon tins. At 550, 600. 5.5, 600, then 6.5. At 600, then 650. 600, then 6.5 now. 700, please. At 6.5, and then 700. 6.5 and then 700 now. Got a bit 6.5 and then 700. At 650, then 7. Got a bit 650, then 7. Got a bit 650, then 700 now. Are we all done? Fair warning then at 650, 700. Last chance and final call. Anyone else? 650, 700. Got to run. Fair warning then, we'll sell it today at 650, 700. What a bargain it is. At 650, 700. Last chance. Final call then. Anyone else? I've got to sell it. 650, 700. Sold it there, 650. Sold it at 650, lot number 120. It's an Indian motorcycle, one U.S. quart can here with that great Indian graphic at 700, then 7.5 now. 700, then 7.5 on it. At 700, then 750, go 700, then 7.5 now on the Indian motorcycle, 1 quart motor oil can. At 700, then 750, go 700, then 7.5. Got to run, then 700, then 750. Fair warning, last chance. At 700, 7.5. Any further bids? Final call. Sold it at 700. Lot number 121. It's a 1-pint can this time. Again, Indian motorcycle transmission oil. This time at 300. Now 325. 325 is bid, now 350, got it here, now 375, 350, then 75 now. On the 1-pint transmission oil, Indian motorcycle, pint can, 350, 375 then, at 350 then 75 and 50 then 75 now, at 350 then 375 and then 375 and then 375 now, at 350 then 75 and 50 then 75 and 50 then 75. Is that it? At just 350, 375 on the Indian pint can, hammers in the air, then got a run at 350, 375, last chance, final call, any further bids, fair warning. Sold right there. Brings us to lot number 122. Again, a tin that's been generating a lot of buzz, a very early Indian motorcycle cylinder oil. 1 gallon tin. Just to find something like this is something truly special, a real treasure at 42.5 bid. Yes, 42.5. Now 4,500. You're out 7,068. You've got to try it again at 45. At 42.50 we're bid. Now 4,500 now on the fabulously rare Indian motorcycle cylinder oil 1 gallon tin. Very few surviving examples from this era, but we've got one today from the Hendy Manufacturing Company at 42.5. Now 4,500. 42.50 then 45. I've got a bid 42.50 then 4,500 now. 42.50 then 45. Thank you. Now 47.50. 45 is bid. I've got you in. 7,365 on the rare 1 gallon Indian motorcycle cylinder oil tin. Now 47.50. Back to you, live auctioneers, if you'd like it. At 45 and then 47.5 shouldn't be anything to think about. We know how rare it is. That's agreed upon. 5,000, now 5,500. At 5 and then 55, got a bid 5 and then 5,500 now. At 5 and then 55, the one piece here you have to ask, find me another one. I doubt anyone can complete that task at 5,000, 5,500. Again, motor oil tins from this era of Indian motorcycle are very, very, very rare. Lucky to have it here at 5,000 and 5,500. At 5 and then 55, you're in. 7,365. I got you on at 5, asking 5,500 now. At 5,000 and 55, got a bid 5 and then 55, got a bid 5 and then 5,500 now. At 5 and then 55, got a bid 5,000 on, then 55. But are we all done? Got to run then. It's your last chance. At 5,000 and 5,500. Any further bids? Live auctioneers. MillerandMillerAuctions.com, 5,000, now 5,500, got to run, fair warning, any further bids? Final call then, at 5 and 5,500. Sold it there at 5,000. Lot number 134, a double-sided neon sign here for A1 Pilsner beer. Check this thing out. All done up. Quiet as can be, the gorgeous glow of neon at 15, now 1,600 now. Check out the size from the Arizona Brewing Company. 16, now 1,700. Thank you. 17 and then 1,800. At 1,700 bid and then 18, no 1,900 now. At 18, then 1,900. 18, then 1,900. Check out the condition on those porcelain faces here, and it's been fitted professionally with neon, ready to display. No loud transformer hum like you see when you find one of these in the rough. This one is quiet as can be, and it glows like the sun. 2,750, 3,000 now, 32.5. At 3,000, then 32.50, go 3,500 now. 32.5 and then 3,500, go 32.50, then 35, got a bit 32.5 and then 3,500 now. On the A1 Pilsner beer, neon sign, 32.50, 3,500. At 32.5 and then 3,500 now. You can't beat neon. 32.5 and 3,500, 32.50 then 35, got a bit 32.50 then 35, you're on. I've got you in LA at 32.50, 3,500, 71.29, try it again. 32.50 then 35, got a bit 32.50 then 35, the glow of neon, it'll put you in a trance. A double-sided neon sign. Check out the condition. Again, you can't overlook the condition of the porcelain. A lot of times neon signs, they get away with restoration and all this sort of thing to the porcelain, but in this case we've got a fabulous pair of neon signs at 32.5, now 3,500. We're selling it today. Fair warning then at 32.5, 3,500. Any further bids? Well, final call then, 32.5 or 3,500 on the A1 Pilsner beer. Neon sign, my hammer is up and I gotta go. 32.50, 3,500. Sold right there, 32.5. Great buy on that sign. Brings us to lot number 135. It's the Beaver Mark I confectionery vending machine. 400 bid on it, now 425. I've got a bid 400 here, then 425. Now get a bid 400, then 425, and then 425, and then 425. Are we all done? At 400, then 425. Fair warning, last chance to bid, final call. Any further bids? At 400, then 425, and 50 then. 450, then 475 now. At 450, then 75, and 50, then 75, and 50, then 75 now. At 450, then 475, try it again. At 450, then 475. Are we all done though? 7019, one more kick, just may do it at just 4.5, and now 475, hammers up. Fair warning at 450, 475, last chance, final call. Anyone else? Sold it there, 450. Lot number 136. Ah, yes. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous machine. The Seeburg Model E201 Selecta-Matic Jukebox. Check out those trio.
So just go slow.
Trim in the bottom of this unit. That's what it's known for. A gorgeous example here of a Seeburg E201. A nice original example. Check out the chrome. It's not been restored because it didn't have to be restored. It works and sounds great. Right now, as you can hear, as you're bidding on this fabulous Seeburg Model E201, an iconic jukebox of the 50s. At 2,000 bid, we've got you in at now 22.5, please. Thank you, 2,500. This is as nice as you'll find one of these units. At 22.50, then 2,500 now. At 22.5, and then 2,500. Get 22.50, then 25, just how you want to find them. At 22.5, now 2,500 now. Listen to the sound. This is ready to use, ready to enjoy. The focal point of the bid, as nice to look at as it is to listen to, the Seeburg E201 25. Thank you. Now 27.50. At 2,500 bid, then 27.50. And at 2,500, then 27.5. Thank you. 3,000 now. Then at 27.50, then 3,000. 73.27. Thank you. 32.50. Then now at 3,000, then 32.5. I've got 3,000 on. You're in 7327, 3250 coming from LA. Now 3,500 now at 32.5 and then 35. This is the one to go for. Make no mistakes buying quality like this. Not this 201 at 3250, 3,500 now. 32.5 and then 35. Get up at 3250, then 3,500 now. 35. Make any party that you host a blast with this 3750, please. 35 and then 37.5, got it, then 4,000. 37.5 and then 4,000. Now 73.27 is not the time to stop now. This is where I'd be putting my money. A quality, original example, a great survivor. How did it reach this point in time in condition like this? Defies logic. 37.50, 4,000 now. At 37.5 and then 4,000, get 37.50, then 4,000 now. At 37.5, try it at 4,7327. Now is not the time to stop. At 37.50, then 4,000 now. Get a bit 37.5 and then 4,000. Are we all through though? I've got you in. Yes, I've got you on. 37.5 and then 4,000. Fair warning then. Try it one more time. It just may do it. At 37.50, 4,000 on the Seeburg Model E201. Fair warning then. My hammer's in the air and I've got to run at 37.50, 4,000. Any further bids? Gonna let it get away, 7327. Last chance and final call then. Sold it there at 37.50. Thank you very much. You're getting an excellent machine. And I'll pass the gavel over to Ethan then for lot number 137.
Thank you, Justin. Looking here at the diner section of the sale, jukebox, diners, that kind of thing. We've got the Nielsen's Chocolate Confectionery Diner display. Pretty cool with the stainless steel, multi-tiered here. Original, all original. Take a look with those Inserts, it's a great one. 50, 75 on this. At 50 now, 75. Belongs in that diner setting. What a bargain of the day. At 100, 125, 125, 125, 50 now, 75, 2, 75, 2, 75, 2. It's got the $2,000 look to me. I'm only at 175, 200. At 175, 2, 175, 200 now. It's right as rain. At 175, 2 on the Nielsen's chocolate confectionery display. Imagine that filled up. What a collection it would be. 1752. Hammers coming down. Anyone else? At 175.2. Fair warning. 175.2. Now 175. 200. Anyone else? Fair warning. Sold at 175. 138 coming along here. It's the Borden's ice cream flavors. Anything with Elsie is liquid gold. Take a look at this. 175.2. With Elsie, 175.2. Conditions there. 175.2. At 175. 225 now. At 225. Just needs the inserts. 225. 250 now. At 250 now. Nice one. With Elsie, 225. 250 now. With Elsie, 225. 50 now, please. At 225. The rare menu board. At 225 and then 250 now. At 225, 50 coming down. Anyone else? 225, 50. Fair warning. 25, 50 now. Sold 225. 139 coming along. It's the Myers Bullet Milkshake Mixer. They work as well today as they did when they were made. 50 now, 75. 100 now. 100 now. 100 now. 75, 1. Fair warning. Coming down at only 75, 1. It's your turn. 1. Took it. 125. What a bargain. At 100, 125. 125. The Bullet, 100, 125. Coming down, 125. Where? Sold. 140, another one, multi-mixer, the mixer that made McDonald's famous, the multi-mixer, 425, 425, took it, 450, 475, 450 now, 475, and then 75 now, where? 550 now, at 500, 550, the multi-mixer, the mixer that made Mickey D's famous at 500, 550, your turn, 556, you're out again, at 556, multiple bids at once, 556, hard to find the multi-mixers, 7365, you are out, 556, absentee is in at 5.5, 6, I need to be 600 here, please, hammers up, coming down, thank you, now you're in, 600, 650, anybody else, any other takers, 600, 650, where? Well done, Ray Kroc would be proud, 141, it's the Coca-Cola outboard motor soda fountain dispenser, 275, 300 now. Called so, of course, because they look like an outboard motor. This one from the 1950s, what a great example. 325, 325 now, your turn, 300 now, 325, at 25, took it, 50 now, where, 325, took it, 350 now, where, on the outboard, nice one, at 325, 50, it's a three-dimensional sign, 375, 400 now, 400 now, add the wow factor, 375, 400 now, on this one, what a buy and a bargain, at 375, 400 now, add the wow factor, 375, 4, a three-dimensional sign, 425 now, at 25 now, it's the right era, 25 now, your turn, at 400, 425, does anyone else want in, 425 coming down, at 400 now, 425, took it, and 450 now, got a run, at 425, you're out, 450 now, please, at 425, what a buy, 450 now, fair warning, and 75, at 450 now, 75, what a buy and a bargain, 450 now, 75 on this, coming down, 475, 5, 475, 5, still a buy and a bargain at 550. One more bid might do it. 500, 5.5, got to run. 500, 550. Where? Fair warning. 500, 5.5 coming down. 550, and now 600 where? 556, got to run. 556 coming down at 550, 600. At 556, anyone else? 556 coming down now. 5.5, 6. Sold it, sorry, sold it, 142. It's the Orange Crush. Here's the real opportunity. We just had a chat about this. What an opportunity. Where do you see these Orange Crush countertop soda dispensers? This is iconic. I think it's one of the key pieces in the sale. 1900, please. 1900, and now 2000. It's one of the key pieces, 2250 now. I think it's one of the stars of the show. For condition and for the iconic status of this particular fountain dispenser, Orange Crush. Again, it's like a three-dimensional sign, porcelain on both sides with a stainless steel ribbed intermediary section. This is absolutely awesome. Best part of all, the Crushy topper. Take a look at the topper on this unit. You lift it up. It's stainless steel, right out of the golden era of soda. I'm only at $2,000 on this. I think that is the deal of the day. $2,000, $2,250. It's there for anyone to partake. $2,000, $2,250. We've sold these for multiple thousand. $2,000, $22.50. Does anyone else want in? At $2,000 for the Orange Crush dispenser, $22.50. At $2,000, $22.50. Then fair warning, my hammer's in the air. What a deal! At $2,000, $22.50. Opportunity knocks. Going, gone. $2,000, $22.50. Anybody else? Fair warning then. At $2,000, $22.50. Last chance then. Final call. Sold it at $2,000. You did well there. 143, moving along to our diner theme here. It's the 1950s style diner booth set at $12,1300. 12 and 13 at $12 and 1300. Anybody else? 12 and 1300 on this one. Coming down then at $1,200, 1300. Where? Fair warning. 12, 13. Where? Sold it. 144. Moving along to one of the great pieces here, reminds me of legendary automotive and Peter Kloot, again, a longtime supporter of Miller & Miller, and we are equally fans of Peter's and all he's accomplished in the TV world and in the Hollywood world. And I'll tell you, right here, this love seat was the centerpiece of that show that we all know, Dream Car Garage. It's in the style of a 1951 iconic Merc, but take a look. On the set of Dream Car Garage, it means so much. At $2,750, $3,000, $3,000. You are seeing television history here, Sel. For years it was seen on that show, on that set, and it's embroidered Dream Car Garage. It is automobilia at its finest. $2,750, $3,000. Thank you. $3,250. The famous Dream Car Garage, the show that ran for years and years. $3,000, $3,250. Hey, we promised it. It's the rarest of the rare here today at Miller & Miller. There's only one of these at $3,000, $3,250. The famous Dream Car Garage. Not just any 51 tail end love seat. This is the one off the production set. $3,000. $3,250. Canadian history here. Peter Kloot and Legendary Automotive from his back garage at $3,000, $3,250. Anybody else then? Fair warning. Going once, $3,000, $32.50. Two times, $3,000, $3,250. Fair warning, $3,000. Anybody else? $3,250 now. Sold it. You won it at $3,000. Well done. Some great history there. This one, the 55 Chevrolet rear end love seat here. Why not add the wow factor? Don't add some boring bench to your display. Take a look at this. It is the wow factor. Three-dimensional rear end. This is what gets people grinning when they enter your room. $3,000, $32.50 now. Add the wow factor. $3,000, $3,250. At $3,000 now, $3,250. It's done so well. At $3,000, $3,250. This isn't one of those cheap Chinese knockoffs. Take a look at what you're buying here. Made in the USA. $3,000, $3,250. 1955 Chevy. The lights, the tail lights, are intended to light up. Just imagine how that'll light up the room. $3,000, $3,250. Got to run. $3,000, $3,250. Anyone else? $3,000, $3,250. Fair warning. $3,000, $3,250. Where? Sold it right there. Thank you. 146. Take a look at this. Hard to appreciate the size. This is for a human being, a child in a soapbox derby car. In fact, it's also a part of the legendary automotive sale today, the soapbox derby car. Take a look at this. So cool, part of Peter Kloot's early 1980s years, 225 250 now. It's legendary. 275. It's legendary. At 250, 275. Masterfully restored. Wild Thing at 300, 325 now. 325 now. That is the coolest soapbox derby car I've ever seen at only 300. 325, your turn. Wild Thing, 300 now. And 25 where? What a bargain. 325. At 25, it is from the 1950s. It is restored from the 1950s. Hammers coming down. 300, anyone else? What a deal. 325 where? Fair warning. 300 now, 25 took it, 50 now where? Now 75, no brainer, 400 now, 400 now, 400 now, 25 now. The restoration is Peter Kloot quality. 425, it's legendary quality. 50 now, 75, 75, 75, 75 now, 450 now, 75. It's a legendary restoration. 450 now, 475, 5. He restores multi-million-dollar cars. This is the soapbox car. I won't even want to know the price tag that it cost for him to restore this. 550 now, please. 500, 5.5. 500, 550. At 500, 5.5. The hammer's up. It's coming down. 550, 600. 556, 650 now. It's a legendary restoration. 650, please. Now 700, 657, 657, 750 now. Look at the quality at 750. Value in spades here. 750, your turn. 800 now, please. Wild Thing, 850 now. Just do it. 850 now. Bid now, please. At 850 now, please. At 800, 850 with the legendary restoration. 800, 850. Hammers coming down. What an opportunity. 859, 859. What an opportunity. 950 now. At 900, 9.5. What a deal. At 900, 950. Now 1,000. I can just see it in motion. 1,100 now. 1,100 now. I can just see this in motion. 1,011 took it. 1,200. Original tires. 1,300 now. Right out of the 50s with a legendary restoration. 1,400 now. 13, 14, 1,500 now. This thing is legendary. 15. At 15, 1,600. 1,600, still at a fraction of the price it would cost Peter to restore this. 17, 1,800 now. At 17, 18, still a fraction of the price. At 17, 18, your turn. And now 1,900, 18, 19, Wild Thing. At 18, 1,900, the wow factor. At 18, 1,900. At 18, 19, one more kick. Just do it. 18, 19, gotta run. At 18, 19, fair warning. Coming down at 18, 1,900 now, 2,000, still a no-brainer. 19.2, 19.2, 22.5. 22.50, got to run. Hammers up at 2,000, 22.50, in or out, yes or no, still a bargain at 2,000, 22.5. Anybody else want in? At 2,000, 22.50, fair warning. 2,000, 22.50, last chance then, and final call. Sold at 2,000. Thank you. Thank you.
Brings us along to lot number 188. What a fabulous Canadian oil rack sign here from 1946. Red Indian Aviation Motor Oil. And check out the condition on it. The color, the gloss. It's as nice as you'll want to find a product of P&M and Aurelia, dated and marked at 37.5. And now 4,000, please. 37.50 here, then 4,000 now. This is what I would call an investment grade piece of Petroliana advertising for Red Indian Aviation Motor Oil at 37.5 and now 4,000. 37.50 is bid. I've got you in at 37.5, now 4,000, please. 4, now 42.50. You'll wait a while to find one in condition like this. Both sides at a consistent 8.75. 4,000, then 42.50. 4,000, 42.50, and then 4,500 now. At 42.50, then 45 on the great double-sided porcelain oil rack sign, 42.5, and then 4,500. Red Indian Aviation Motor Oil, 45 and then 47.5 now. At 45 and then 47.50. I've got the bid 4,500 here, then 47.5, get 45 and then 47.50. Worth every penny. At 45 and then 47.5. Not every one of these signs is marked either. At 4,500 then 47.5. 4,500 then 47.50, go 45 and then 47.5. At 45 and then 47.50. At 4,500 here, then 47.5. 45 and then 47.5, your turn. at 4,500, then 47 and a half. Last chance on this investment grade motor oil rack sign. 45 and then 47 and a half. My hammer's in the air. 71.36. Try it again at 45 and 47 and a half. Fair warning then. Gotta run at 45, 47 and a half. Last chance. Final call, everybody, at 45, 47.50. Gotta run. Gotta go. Fair warning. Wow, that was close. 47 and a half, and now 5,000 then at 47.50, then 5,000 now, 72.61, your turn. It was very close at 47 and a half and 5,000 then at 47.50, then 5, got up at 47.50, then 5,000 now. It's worth every penny. Don't worry about that at 47 and a half, then 5,000 now. Last chance. Final call then at 47.50, 5,000, 72.61. You're out. It's your last chance to bid, and fair warning then. Final call at 47 and a half, 5,000. Sold it there at 47.50. Well done, great piece. Lot number 189 here. We've got a 6-foot Golf Service Station dealer sign at 1,500. Now 1,600, please. It's a 6-footer here at 15, then 1,600, now 17, thank you, 1,800. Check out the color. These are so often faded. The orange is bright, though, at 17 and then 1,800 now. Got a bid 17 and then 18, got a bid 17 and then 1,800 now. And the 6-foot golf dealer sign at 19, 2,000 then, back to you. 19, then 2, got a bid 19, then 2, got a bid 19, then 2. Try it again, 7220, your turn at 19 and then 2,000, please. 19 and then 2,000 now. Got a bid 19, 2, thank you, 22 and a half then. Got to try it again. I had 2 bids at the same time, 7220. You've got to try it again at 22 and a half. You're out at 2,000, 22.50. 2, then 22 and a half at 2,000 here, then 22.50, go 22.50, go 22.50. Your turn at 2,000, then 22 and a half for a nice example of the 6-foot Golf Service Station dealer sign at 2,000, then 22 and a half. 2, then 22 and a half. Now got a bid 2, then 22.50. Try it again, 7220. Your turn at 2,000, then 22 and a half. Got to run, then last chance at 2,000, 22 and a half. Fair warning. Hammers in the air. Give it one more try. Just may do it at 2,000, then 22 and a half. Final call. Any further bids? Fair warning. Last chance. Hammers up. Sold it at 2,000. Moving along then. Another one. This time a 6-footer again. Golf gasoline here. What a nice example it is too. Lot number 190. Nice condition, ready to display. Again, these often are very faded. The orange was susceptible to fade, but we've got some nice examples here today at 1,000, 11, then 1,200 now. 11, then 12, and 1,300 now. At 12 and then 13, got up at 12 and then 13 and 1,400 on the 6-footer. At 14 and then 1,500. At 14 and then 15, got up at 14, then 1,500. Where? 16 then. At 15, 16, then 1,700. At 16, then 17, got up at 16, then 1,700 now. 17 and then 1,800. 17 and then 18, go 1,900 now. Try it at 18, 19, then 2,000. At 19 and then 2, got up at 19 and then 2, got up at 19 and then 2,000 now. On the golf 6-footer at 19, now 2,000, please. At 19 and then 2, got up at 19 and then 2, got up at 19 and then 2. Are we all done? Fair warning then at 2,000, 22 and a half. At 2, then 22.50 and 2,500 now. At 22 and a half and then 25, got up at 22 and a half and then 2,500 now. Worth every penny. At 22 and a half and then 2,500 for a nice example like this. At 22 and a half and then 25. At 22.50 then 2,500 now. Still not even within range of estimate. At 22 and a half and then 25. Are we all done though? Fair warning then. At 22 and a half, 2,500. We're selling it today. Fair warning then. At 22 and a half, 2,500. 7220. Your turn. 22 and a half and then 25 on this double-sided porcelain beauty. It's a 6-footer, just 22 and a half. Hammers in the air. Fair warning then. 22 and a half, 2,500. Last chance. Final call. Anyone else? Sold it at 22 and a half. Lot number 191. The iconic American 42-inch Texaco gasoline service station sign. It's an 8 and an 8. Just how you want to find them. At 22 and a half, arguably one of the more iconic American gas station signs, 27 and a half, 3,000 now, and just how you want to find them, with that rich color and gloss, at 3,032 and a half, then now, 3, then 32.50, go 32.50 and 35, 32.50, then 3,500 now, 32.50, 35 and 37 and a half, 35 and then 37.50, go 37 half now, 35 and then 37 half, go 4,000 please, at 37 and a half and then 4,000 now on the 42-inch double-sided Texaco, 4,000 then 42 and a half, at 4,000 bid, then 42.50 where, 4,000 then 42 and a half, and then 42 and a half, and then 42 and a half, at 4,000 bid, then 42.50, 73.09, your turn, at 4,000 then 42 half, and then 42 half. Are we all done? Fair warning then, at 4,000 then 42 and a half, last chance, everybody got to run, 4 then 42 and a half, hammers in the air, fair warning, final call then at 442.50, any further bids? Final call. Sold it at 4,000. Lot number 192, a 6-footer this time for Texaco. Getting harder and harder to find nice examples of these signs. A nice run of the dealer signs today. This, the 6-footer Canadian Texaco at 1,500, now 1,600 now. Double-sided porcelain at 15, then 1,600. At 15 now, then 16, got a bid 15, then 1,600 now. 15, then 16. At 1,500 and 16, got a bid 15, then 16, got a bid 15, 16, 17, thank you. 1,800 then. At 17 and then 1,800, try it again, 73.65, you're out. At 17 and then 1,800. 17 and then 18, got a bid 18, then 1,900 now, you're out, 7,048. I've got you on 73.65. Do not worry. At 18, then 1,900. And 18, then 19. Got a bit 18, then 19 now. At 18, then 19. Got a bit 18, then 19. In bargain territory here on this 6-footer. At 18, now 19. Got a bit 18, then 1,900. 18, then 19. Got a bit 18 here, then 1,900 where? 18, then 19. Got a bit 18, then 19. Are we all done? At 18 here, then 1,900. 7,048. Try it again. At 18, now 1,900. I've got to run, though, at just 18, now 1,900. 18, the 19, got a bit 18, then 1,900 now on the 6-foot DSP. That's double-sided porcelain Texaco. Gasoline service station, sign 19, please. 18, the 19, I got to go then. At 18 bid, then 19, 18, the 19, my hammer's in the air. Fair warning then, at 18, 1,900. Any further bids? Final call then, 18, 1,900. Sold it there at 1,800. Lot number 193, another one here, another 6-footer Texaco at 13, 14, now 1,500. 15, now 1,600. 15, then 16, and 17. I've got a bid 16 here, then 1,700 where? 16, then 17, at a bid 16, then 1,700 now. At 16, then 17, at a bid 1,600, then 1,700 now. What am I missing here? At 16, then 1,700, worth every penny of this. At 17, and then 1,800 now. Your money is safe. At 17, and then 1,800, act now. 19, please. At 18, then 1,900, 2,000. At 19, and then 2, this is the one I'd be going after. At 19, then 2, got a bid 19, then 2, got a bid 19, then 2,000 where? 19 here, 2,000 now. And 19 and then 2, got a bit 19 and then 2, and a bit 19 here and then 2,000. It's your turn, 73.65, jump back in. Anytime at 2,000, 22 and a half then. 2, then 22.50. At 2, then 22 half, and then 22 half here. At 2,000, then 22 and a half. Worth every penny, still far below our expectations at just 22 and a half, I'm asking. At 2,000, then 22.50. 2,000 bid, then 22 and a half. At 2, then 22 and a half, and then 22 and a half, and then 22 and a half now. 2,000 bid, then 22 and a half. Are we all done? Wow. At 2,000, 22 and a half, we will sell it. 2,000 bid, then 22 and a half. Fair warning then, everybody, for nice color and gloss like this. Surprising, but this is the reality. 22 and a half, hammers in the air, then gotta run, gotta sell. At 2, then 22 and a half. Fair warning. Anyone else? 2,000 bid, you're on. I've got you in. Yes. Now 22 and a half, please. Give it one last try at 2,000, then 22.50. Fair warning, thank you. Now 2,500. 22 and a half, 25, back to you. 73.65, shouldn't be anything to think about. 25 and then 27 and a half. At 25 and then 27.50, go 25 and then 27 and a half. Last chance and final call that hammers up, gotta run. At 25, then 27 and a half. Fair warning, my hammer's up. Any further bids? Final call. Any further action? Sold it there at 2,500. Lot number 194, a nice Super Test 6-footer. Nice gloss, nice color, just a nice sign overall. 47.50. Yes, you're on. Got you in at 47.5, asking 5,000 now. At 47.5 and then 5,000, go 47.5 and then 5. At 47.50, then 5,000 now. Got a bid 47.50, then 5 and then 5 and then 5 and then 5. Where? 47.50, then 5. If you've been waiting for a nice 6-footer, here it is today at 47.5, asking 5,000 only. 47.5 and then 5. Got a bid 47.50, then 5 and then 5 and then 5 and then 5 here. 47.50, then 5. Are we all done? Fair warning, then got a run at 47.5 and then 5 on the nice double-sided porcelain Super Test 6-footer. My hammer's in the air at 47.5 and 5,000. Anybody else waiting at 47.55? Got a run. Thank you. 5,000 now. 5,500. Got to try it again. 71.64. 73.57. I got you in still at 5. Now 5,500. Try it again. 71.64. 5,500. It's a good one. At 5 and then 55. This is a good one to go for. At 5 and then 5,500 now. Nice even condition throughout the two sides. Just how you want to find them, but it's your last chance. I've got a run now at 5 and then 55. I'd have thought more on this one, but my hammer's up. At 5 and then 5,500, thank you. 55 and then 6,000. At 55 and then 6,000 now. At 55 and then 6, I got a bid 55 and then 6, you're out 7357. At 55 and then 6, got a bid 55 and then 6, are we all through and done? Fair warning then, at 5,500, 6,000, last chance to bid. Final call, everybody, at 55 and 6,000. Gotta go, gotta run. Last chance, final call, any further bids? Sold it there at 5,500. It's sold at 5,500, lot number 195. Nice double-sided porcelain 6-footer McCall Frontenac sign. Fewer and fewer of these coming to market. So happy to have one in the sale today. The color and gloss are good, and the porcelain losses are just where you'd want to find them, in an area that you're not staring at. It's a great sign here at 45, asking 47.5. Took it here. Yes, then 5,000. At 47.55, got it 5 and then 5,500. At 5 and then 55, at a bid 5 and then 55, at a bid 5 here, then 5,500 where? At 5 and then 55, yeah, 5,500 now, 6,000 please. 6 now, 6,500. 6 now, 65. I've got a bid 6 and then 6,500 now. You have 65. I'm at 6,000 here, 65, thank you, 6,500, 7,000. At 65 and then 7,000 now. 7,000, thank you, 7,500. At 7, then 75 on the 6-footer McCall Frontenac. 7, then 75, at a bid 7 here, then 7,500 now. 7, then 75, at a bid 7, then 75, at a bid 7, then 7,500 now. I'm at 7,000, you're on at 7, now 7,500 please. 7,000 is on, yes. Now 7,500, please. I'm at 7, then 75, got a bid 7, then 7,500 now. At 7, then 75, at a bid 7, then 75, at a bid 7, then 7,500 now. 7,000 is bid, now 7,500. I'm at 7, then 7,500 on the rare McCall Frontenac 6-foot service station sign. We're at 7,000, asking 7,500. Are we all done, though? At 7, now 75. Fair warning, everybody. Last chance then at 7,000, 7,500. Any further bids? Be a while before you find another one of these. At 7, then 7,500. Last chance then. Final call. I'll take it. Now 7,500, 8,000. At 7,500 bid, then 8,000 now. At 75 and then 8. Got a bid 75 and then 8. Got a bid 75 and then 8,000. Back to you. Try it again at 8. I'm at 75. Yes, you're on. 7365. You're on at 75, asking 8,000. At 75 and then 8. Got a bit 75 and then 8. Got a bit 75 and then 8. Fair warning, everybody. At 7,500, 8,000. One more try. Just may do it. Hammers up then at 75 or 8,000. Fair warning. Last chance. Final call. Anyone else? Sold it there at 7,500. We sold it.
The classic, collectors know this as the Shield sign from 1954, the Shield sign, a remarkable sign from P&M. This one, a great example as well. It's a great sturdy sign. I'll tell you, you can just imagine, you don't need an imagination to imagine this thing on the top of a pillar. What a beacon of Canadian Petroliana, truly. The Shield sign. It's big and it's killer. You never see these. You see a lot of the circular, earlier ones. You don't see the Shield dealer sign. Here it is for you. 65, 7,000, 7,000. Retained in the original frame. The frame makes the sign. 6,500, 7,000. The frame makes the sign. 65, 7. 65, 7. Take a look at the graphics on that rose. 6,500, 7,000. One of the great ones in Canada. 65, 7,000. 7,000. One of the great ones. 65, 7. Wow, the size of this sign alone brings you to your knees. 65, 7 on the white rose. There's no better Canadian sign right smack dab in the middle of the century. White rose. Here it is, the rare shield sign. 65, 7. 65, 7,000. 7,000. I have 65. Yes, you're in. I have you in. Yes. At 65, 7 now I need. 65, 7. Does anyone else want in? What an iconic sign. 65, 7. Got to run. 65, 7 on the White Rose Dealer. It doesn't get any better than this in Canadian Petroliana, the double-sided dealer porcelain. 65, 7 coming down. 6,500, 7,000. Anybody else? Fair warning. 65, 7. Last chance and final call. Sold. Thank you. 6,500. We move to 246, the White Rose 3-foot sign. The 3-foot sign. Nice one there. 2,750 and 3,000, please. 2,750, 3,000, please. At 2,753. At 2,750, 3,000, please. On the 3-footer. Took it. 3,250 then. At 3,000, 3,250. Your turn. At 3,000, 3,250. Hard to find the 3-footers. At 3,000. 32 and a half. It's a rare 36-inch single-sided, meant for the banners at 32 and a half. 3,500, meant for the bars at 3250, 35. You do not see these. 35, 750. Put together in the bar configuration, it's a $15,000 ensemble. Here I'm at 3,500, 3,750. At 35, 750. At 35, we just sold a bar ensemble for 16 or more. 35, 37 and a half. What a nice little sign. At 35, 750. Impossible to find the 3-footers. 35, 37 and a half. Got to run. Coming down. At 35, 750. Hammers coming down. Anybody else? 35, 750. Fair warning. 35, 7 and a half. Thank you very much. 247, 247. Here you've got the 4-footer. The 4-footer, it's a double-sided porcelain sign. You're getting both sides, and color on this is just great. With the original bracket, 27 and a half, 3,000, 3,000. Great graphics, 3,000, 3,250. Thank you, 35, 35. Buy in a bargain, 32 and a half, 35. At 3,250, 35. Nice sign, 4-footer, double-sided. At 32 and a half, 35, 35. You can't find them, 35 now. At 35 now, 32 and a half, 35. You can't find these. At 3,250, 35. Double-sided 4-footer. At 32 and a half, 35. Nice example, 3,000, 3,250, 35. Where? At 32 and a half. Is that all? 3,500. What a bargain. Hammers in the air coming down. 32 and a half. 35. Your turn. Color's great. 32 and a half. 35. Your turn. 32.50. 35. Anybody else? Hammers up coming down. Under the money. 32 and a half. 35. Your turn. Thank you. 35. 750. I should think so. Just about 35, 750. I need you in again, 7382. 35, 7.5. Your turn. Thank you very much. 4,000. You came so close. We're still way under the money here. 37.50, 4,000. We're still way under the money here. 37.50, 4,000. Your turn. 37.54. Your turn. In or out? Up or down? Gotta run. Gotta go. 37.54. Anybody else? 37.50, 4,000. Fair warning. 37.54 coming down. Sold. Thank you. Have to have one of these signs in a Miller & Miller Petroliana sale. Any Canadian Petroliana auction that is devoid of a White Rose Slate Boy sign is no auction, really. To be honest with you, this is one of the iconic signs of Canadian Petroliana. It features the Slate Boy pictorial graphics in double-sided porcelain. White Rose Slate Boy, of course, he was famous for showing those epigrams on the chalkboards to draw passers-by in. But this is the porcelain sign that backed it all up. The 4-foot Slate Boy service station sign, $42.50, took it, $4,500. 42 and a half, 45. This is iconic, and this is a good example too. 42.50, 45, 4,500. We've sold these for an upwards of $20,000 and more. What an opportunity for all tuned in today at 42 and a half, 45. Your turn, 42.50. Thank you, 47.55, 47.55. What makes this sign different is the pictorial element. It doesn't get any better in Canadian porcelain than this. The flesh of the Slate Boy in multiple tones is so visible. 5,000, you don't see it on porcelain signs. 55, this one's iconic. At 5,000, you're out. I need 5,500, 71, pardon me. Yes, 7193, I need 5,500. I took 2 bids at once. You're safe and sound at 5,055. The big white rose, conditions there. 5,055, conditions there. 5,055 on you. What a buy and a bargain it would be at 5,055. White rose Slate Boy double-sided porcelain at 5,500. 5,055. No mistakes. You've waited this long. Make it your opportunity. 5,055. What do you say, Slate Boy? He's here for a limited time. 5,055. Bid now, please. When it's gone, it's gone. 5,055. When it's gone, it's gone. 5,055. Coming down. Thank you. And then 6,000, please. 55. 6,000, please. You're outbid. 55. 6,000, please. Absentee is out. 55.6. Anybody else want in? 55.6. Got to run. 55.6. 7193. You're in. The rest are out. 55.6 coming down. Fair warning. 55.6. Last chance. Then final call. 55.6,000. Sold it right there. 5,500. 249. The iconic White Rose Dealer 24-inch sign and bracket. We sold one of these signs at our previous sale, and since then, it's done nothing but garner more and more and more interest. Where in the Sam Hill would you find one with its original curved bracket? The bracket makes the sign, and what a sign it is. Any serious Petroliana collector knows that this is the crowning keystone of any collection. You may find another 24-inch White Rose Dealer sign. You might. But never will you find one with the bracket. Never will you find one with its bracket. And the bracket makes the sign. 13,000, 14,000 with the bracket, 13, 14. At 13, now 14,000 on this, 13, 14,000, it's killer. 13,000, 14,000 on this. The color is there, the gloss is there, 13,000, 14,000. You are buying a feather in the cap of any Canadian Petroliana collection. I'm at 13,000, 14,000, 13, 14. 13, 14,000. 13, 14,000. 13, 14,000. The last one brought 25,000. This one's at 13, 14. It's your opportunity right now. 13, 14,000. We will never see another one anytime soon. I am certain of it. 13,000, 14,000. Old-time Petroliana collectors have shaken our hands over this one. Where on earth did you find that sign? 13,000, 14,000, a special sign indeed. 24 inches with its original bracket. 13, 14. Anybody else? 13, 14,000. 13, 14,000. I'll sell it at 13, 14. At 13, 14,000, fair warning, hammers coming down. What an opportunity. Bid now, please. 13, 14. Anybody else? Last chance, then final call. Coming down. 13, 14,000. Where? Thank you very much.
Well, that brings us to the close of another episode of Auction Studio, the best of Miller & Miller Auctions.
You can find all of our past episodes on Auction Studio YouTube channel.
Or be sure to follow us and stay in the loop at www.millerandmillerauctions.com.
The preceding program has been presented by Ballinran Entertainment, marking 30 years of filmmaking excellence in 2025. From Stratford to the world, we bring compelling stories to life.